This is machine number 4397. It's a 1,000 ton Lawton compression molding hydraulic press. Serial number is 10002549. It's a 2010 machine and it's in excellent condition. And it's currently in our Columbia, Tennessee warehouse. This is Jog Mode. This is auto cycle. The dwell time is adjustable. This is auto cycle. Auto cycle. This is the override.
The mold heat, you've got 11 zones on each the moving and the fixed platen. Here shown is zones 1 through 6, and here's 7 through 11. And then you've got the moving. Each one can be independently set up temperature-wise. You'll have the actual if a thermocouple's hooked up, as well as the output going to the solid-state relay, for monitoring what's being applied to the heat. We go to the heat main screen. These are your alarming setups. At 450 degrees, it'll actually shut the heat down. You'll need to be at least 100 degrees before it'll let anything operate. And then your deviation alarms, which will just give you a warning that you're outside of the deviation level. Mold heat clock, start stop. You can set this up to start the heat at 4 o'clock on Monday morning so that the mold will be up to temperature for your operator when they arrive at 7. And you can shut it off on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock so you know that the heat won't have to be stuck on over the weekend. Offset and standby. If you know that the press isn't going to be operated for quite some time, you can put a standby temperature in there and lower it down to just be a more rapid buildup once you turn the heat back on. An offset is, in most mold cases, you'll have a dead zone or what we call a heat sink. You can actually put an offset in there. If your pyrometer is reading 380, but where the thermocouple is located, you're reading 400, you can put an offset in there to compensate for that. And that's for each individual zone for the fixed and the moving. You can monitor the graphing of the temperature. Each zone is color coded, and it'll give you a time base till it reaches the temperature. You got a heater contactor setup. You can actually operate each different contactor off of a specific zone. If you wanted contactor 1 to run zones, contactor 1 and 2 to run zone 1, you would just simply enter a number 1 in here. It'll take whichever zone you want to put in there. The other ones some of the options we have here too is SPC data collection. You can actually take this up, and with an HP protocol printer hooked up to the back of this HMI, you can actually print out these set point parameters. You also can print out this data too. Everything is time and date stamped. The operations of the equipment are fairly simple. Touch a screen, you have your clamp set points for your cure time, your high speed open, high speed close, your slow brake velocity, slow brake end position, and the full open. Velocity profiles. The rapid close will go till it reaches this position, and then you will close at the specific velocity set. These are the pressures for the pack and hold segments. It's all pressure set on a time base. If the cure timer does time out prior to entering one of these pressure set points, the clamp will decompress and open.
Okay, what's back
This machine also has the capabilities of storing recipes. You can store up to 40 different recipes and individually name each recipe to whatever product code or name that you'd like to enter in there. In this case, we can just type in test, enter, and then what we would do is we would save all them process parameter set points that we had previously shown you. You hit save recipe, yes. Save the heat data, yes. Now that is all stored in this recipe here. And to reload this recipe in there, we're going to close out. We'll go back in. We'll find our test.
Tony test, that's it.
To load it in there, you would just hit load recipe to machine. Hit load, yes. This will load all your process parameter set points. It will remember where the 0 position was. All your heat parameter, all the previous set points will be loaded into this equipment and ready to go.
Great. This is the front of the machine.
Yes.
And here are the light curtains. They're banner light curtains. Right here's the reservoir for the oil. And this is the main motor for the press. It's an Electron. 50 horsepower, dual voltage. This is one of the pumps right here. This is the right side of the machine. Here's the back side of the press. Up here are the nitrogen tanks that help build tonnage for the press. The left side, the left 3 tanks are 2500 psi, and the right 3 are 2250 psi nitrogen. Right here is the air inlet for the compressed air. This is the control panel for the press. And here's the left side of the machine. This is the front side of the control panel. You have an Ethernet port right here.